Good morning, everyone. It's 8 o'clock on the start of a Monday. Happy President's Day. So many of you are off from school and work. Must be nice. We're jealous of you. Let us know how you're enjoying your first day of vacation.
Did you sleep in? What was it like?
Yeah, your last day of a long weekend. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Oh, gosh. I was really busy Friday and Saturday.
Mhm.
And then Sunday, we did nothing, which was amazing.
Right?
Saturday, I went to Shays.
Oh,
With my mom.
how was Funny Girl?
It was great.
Yeah?
Oh, my God. The girl who played the lead
Phenomenal.
sounds just like me. No, this girl was amazing. Like, you need a really good lead for that part, right? Like, you've got that, like, it's Funny Girl. That's the show. I want
Yeah.
this chair up higher and it's making me nuts.
Are you sinking?
Yeah, I am sinking. I got the sinking chair today.
I hate that.
And she was fantastic. How about you? What was your best part of?
Oh gosh. So Friday night we went to Ellicottville for the night, spent some time with some friends. Great to see them. We haven't seen them in a while, but we drank a lot. I mean, look,
Very nice.
you know me. I love a good glass of wine. And we started at Villaggio.
So you went a couple places.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then we went to the winery.
Mhm.
Then we went to Madigan's.
Oh my goodness.
Then we came back to the winery.
Oh my goodness. You know when you're going full circle, we've got an issue here.
But then we went back to their house. So they had this beautiful house right near Hollymont.
Did they get an Airbnb?
Yeah.
Love.
And
Fun.
we had a great time. Do you know what we did Saturday morning? We woke up. Do you know what we were playing? Guess Who? That is probably one of my favorite games from when I was a
Did
kid.
you play it the original way?
What do you
Like,
mean?
does the person have brown hair?
Oh, yeah.
Because
How-
I've been watching people play it on Instagram where they're like, would your person be a Starbucks barista? You know what it sounds, and they're like,
Oh.
would your person fight with the manager if there was an issue? And then
Is
they're
your
like,
person Karen?
It's really funny.
Lauren, I love Guess Who too. So it was so fun. But no, we were playing with Sarah and Dan's kids. They're like 8
Cute.
and 5. So
cute.
yeah, it was a good time.
Love.
Went to Dwyer's this weekend for wings.
Did you get your raspberry wings?
We didn't get the raspberry ones, but Dana and I got wasabi plum.
Ooh.
We got a regular medium and then garlic parm. The garlic parm
So did you just have wings for dinner?
and fries. I mean, we got 30 wings. So what, I mean,
No, I mean, I believe you. I feel like afterwards I would not be able to do that. My
Oh,
stomach would
it was great. Let me tell you. I mean, I needed it. I'll leave it there. Are there quite a bit of wineries in Ellicottville? So I don't think so. So there's just the one. It's the winery of Ellicottville. And so Russ's cousin actually owns it.
Yeah.
Full disclosure, sometimes, like we volunteer there during like Fall Fest.
Yeah.
So you might see us behind the pine.
So behind the pine. Okay, Ed. For my
Slinging
bachelorette
wine.
party, we went to Ellicottville because I wanted a place that was close so people could drive down and like it wasn't that big of a deal for everybody. And I had some people coming in from out of town. But then I was like, I want to do a wine tour. God bless my best friend who was like, okay, we'll figure that out. Because like you're not on
like up to Fredonia.
like nice try, Katie. There's no lakes here, right? So we went to the winery. We went to Ellicottville Brewing Company.
Fine.
But then she did find some other winery. God, I'm going to have to go back and look at where we went. Like, we got out. It was so fun. There were like chickens running around.
gosh.
Oh my God, we were dying.
That's
and then you were
hysterical.
like sat under a tent. She figured it out.
Anita, good morning. She says, I went shopping in Niagara Falls, Lewiston, Wilson, Cambria, had lunch in Lewiston on Saturday, worked on Sunday. Okay. Mary says, I love wings, but after 4, I'm done. So how does that work? So do you get like 6 or do you get 10? Like,
No,
what do you do?
She probably just shares them with people. That's what I do too. I would never order wings for like a full-on dinner.
Jeff Baker, glad you're with us as well. I may not have over embellished on the drinks this weekend. Listen, look, oh my gosh, we went to Madigan's and one of the guys bought us a shot of Crown. We all looked at each other. We're like, what do we do with this? And we're like, YOLO,
Ugh.
down the hatch.
We were at a party, this was years ago, at a party at my friend's backyard. And she was like, everybody's doing shots already. I'm like,
God, it's the last thing you want.
not everybody. So she poured up, like, it was one of those things where you were not going to like not take it.
Right.
And,
But
but
you don't want to be rude.
well, so everybody's like 1, 2, 3. And I was like, jump.
that way.
Yeah, I did. Actually, she saw me though, and she got really mad, and I was like, "Well,
No, it's all over the floor.
sorry, it was outside."
Speaking of cocktails, let us know if you've tried this one. There's this one mocktail that's out there, and apparently, if you mix it all together in the right way, it puts you to sleep. It's called this Sleepy Girl mocktail that a lot of people are trying on Instagram these days.
Like
It's got
for
magnesium.
nighttime. It's
Right.
a nighttime, like you'd sip it, and then whatever. It's like naturalish stuff, right?
Yeah.
Magnesium, like you said, cherry
Cherry juice.
juice, which is supposed to be good for inflammation. We've heard that over the years. And then you pick whatever kind of seltzer you like the best.
So,
Not alcoholic. It's a regular, like
yeah, put a White Claw in there.
a sparkling water. That's like, wow, this really works.
Oh, I like this. And I said this morning, I'm like, oh, my mom always said better living through chemistry. You just take a Xanax and you're out for the count.
That's not part of the cocktail, the mocktail. But has anybody tried this Sleepy Girl mocktail, or does anybody drink cherry juice?
Or what's your trick to getting to sleep? Is there one thing that you do, maybe holistically? Do you read a book? Do you meditate? Do you, I don't know, take melatonin? What do you do to get that good night's sleep? Jeff.
Melatonin gave me weird dreams.
Really?
Just like very vivid, weird dreams. I don't really like to take it.
The thing about melatonin for me is that it doesn't keep you asleep. Kathy says cherry juice is awesome. I've actually never had it. Howard, half an Ambien works well.
There you
go. Jason says I meditate.
Okay.
Anita says I just bought tart cherry juice this weekend. Haven't tried it yet.
And people like say tart cherry juice is supposed to help with inflammation. If you have like arthritis, if you have joint issues.
Right. Kelly says melatonin doesn't work, but then Lauren says have kids, wear you down all day. Lauren, I know your dad uses cherry juice. Tell us, why does he drink it? And then Peter says listening to a chanting nun puts him to sleep.
Seriously?
Okay, interesting.
Huh.
Julie says I have no problem falling asleep. Never had a problem there. I really have no problem falling asleep either. It's staying asleep that really
Right.
bothers me.
So mine is when you wake up, it's like being able to go back to sleep.
Right.
Like I can always fall asleep. I'm usually tired, but when you wake up like an hour and a half into being asleep and then you can't fall back asleep, that's what's really hard to be.
Darlene says I have to mix tart cherry juice with water. Why are you mixing it?
So that's a lot. Well, tart cherry, have you ever had it?
No.
It's like that.
Well, why are you taking it? I guess is my other question.
Is it for the inflammation? Like I think that like it's really common. Like remember I had those arthritis issues?
Yeah.
This was years ago. My foot was bothering me. And that was one of the things they suggested to me.
Adrian says tart cherry juice is very bitter.
Yeah, you have to mix it because
Okay.
it's like woof.
Felice, though, says that she's been awake all night. James, good morning. Mint tea at night calms me down. Then I listen to classical music. Oh, I love that.
Okay, so here, real quick, Healthline says there's 10 benefits of tart cherry juice, rich in nutrients.
Okay.
And magnesium is included. May increase strength and reduce muscle soreness. Could help you sleep better. So apparently, just right out
The
that.
cherry juice,
You
yeah.
have symptoms of gout, it could help. Brain health, might strengthen your immune system. Might prevent against cancer, might reduce pain, might reduce blood pressure, could help you lose weight. A lot of mights, may, and coulds.
None of these statements have been proved by the FDA.
But that being said.
Tim Cox is here with us this morning. Good morning, Tim Cox. Glad
Tim.
you're with us. Carol says I close my eyes and fall asleep. Old age. Listen, power to you. Kathy says, since my classroom changed to a pre-K room from a 4th grade class, I have no trouble sleeping now. I can only imagine. Felice, I've even been to a sleep clinic. Nothing helps. The worst part is, and if you're waking up with us in the morning, you probably have a very certain body clock as well.
Yeah.
And you and I have discussed this often. We cannot stop ourselves from waking up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. Even on the weekends when we don't have to wake up, it's that like internal body clock that just keeps you regular. And you're like, no, I need to go back to sleep. That's the hardest part sometimes.
Yeah, for sure. I wake up at like 2:40 and every weekend. And then at 6:30 in the morning on the weekends, I'm like, good morning.
Anita says it's all worth a try. Okay. Yeah. I mean,
See, Anita, I'm with you. Might help, can't hurt.
Right.
That's what my grandpa used to say.
Felice says, I totally understand the internal body clock. Anita also says, okay, CBD and THC gummies or tinctures, Heirloom, Pillow Talk, or Sugar Plum, Lion's Mane, Resting Lion.
I don't
Okay.
know what any of that is.
Those are,
Oh, those are the names of the gummies?
so the Heirlooms are the gummies.
Okay.
The Pillow Talk that puts you right to bed.
Oh.
Lion's Mane is actually, I believe, a local company.
Is that all regulated? I mean, like,
yeah. Mhm.
I just get nervous with it. I don't.
If you go to Dank on Main Street, I mean, that is one of the licensed, regulated dispensaries in New York State, and I think there's actually another one that's coming out, and it's Black owned, and I think Mitch Nowakowski and Leah Halton Pope are going to be there today
Okay.
to open it. So it's kind of a big deal.
I just don't know much about this. I mean, I know we've done the reporting, and I know, like, about the different medicinal levels. I don't know a lot about the gummies. I just don't. Never dabbled.
Maybe you should.
All right. I know I have a little bit of anxiety, and I get a little
you
going.
really may need to just have a half of one, and then maybe you'll calm down just a little bit.
I'm gonna stick with the cherry juice because I don't know. Now Nanda says try yoga and meditation. Interesting. I've tried the meditation on occasion. I put on like Cody Rigsby on my Peloton app, and
he sounds like the least relaxing person in the
He does a nice
world.
meditation, but the problem is I usually work out to his voice, so then I just get all worked up when I hear his voice. I'm like, okay.
Howard says, Ed, you need gummies too. Don't worry, Howard. I'm fine.
Anita, I don't dabble, but I might try that.
I'm telling you, it's legal in New York.
Interesting.
So
All
just
right.
whatever.
Might help,
do
can't
you
hurt. We're gonna do that again.
Exactly.
Okay. Let us know if you try the Sleepy Girl mocktail. I'm interested in that.
Julie says, I don't need to spend the money on that fake weed stuff. Well, I mean, it all helps. Puts you right to bed. Marguerite says, I was afraid there was a storm headed our way when I saw Aaron on the morning news without his jacket on. Okay, so funny story. Aaron says that he forgot his jacket.
He did. He was all out of whack this morning, came running in, forgot his jacket. He's a mess. Not a mess. But it was funny because you guys know how I always say it's freezing in here.
He finally felt it.
He goes, God, it's freezing in here. I go, thank you. When you're not double layered up.
I have no choice.
Take it off.
I mean.
See, there you go. Just wear a shirt.
Yeah, no.
But then Aaron was me. He was freezing also.
James wondering, Katie and Ed, how does your sleep pattern change when you have a day off from work? So that's kind of what I'm kind of referring to that. Like when we are off on the weekends, like I just wake up naturally at 3:00.
Yeah, me too.
And it sucks.
And I can fall back asleep usually after a little bit.
Yeah.
But then I'm usually up by like 6:30. Sometimes I can fall back asleep again. Just depends on how tired you are and how long your week was.
Okay, so Katie, Kathy says you don't get that high from the gummies.
You just get tired.
Right. Marguerite says, I thought that Aaron was just showing off his guns. Yeah, his snow guns.
Bonnie says, she's got the sage old advice. Go to bed the same time every night. Get up the same time every morning. We had people over Saturday night. I can't, it was wonderful. I was so glad that I got to see my friends, but I can't stay up late.
My sister, a nurse, also, Felice. 4 days on, 3 days off. She works overnights. That's why your sleep pattern changes.
With so many jobs, you just can't.
Exactly. Oh, Kelly says, my hubby works midnights and his weekends are a mess. Sleeping on awake tapes. I mean, like Paul works 24 hours.
Yep.
So, I mean, he probably sleeps through the day after he's done with his shift.
Depends on how busy, like if they had a really busy shift, then he comes home and then he sleeps for hours. Yeah, it's bad.
Kathy, though, says I'm on school break right now, still go to bed at my normal time. Well, hey, I mean, look, if you keep it up.
And then, you know what, Kathy, you do you and get some nice sleep when you don't have to actually get up for work. Like, I love a nice night of sleep.
My mom, maybe I'll try the gummies. Can't hurt to try. Worth a shot.
I smell a Mother's Day gift.
Actually, it's a great idea.
Happy Mother's Day. Here's some gummies.
Listen,
you've heard they work.
I've heard they work.
Okay.
Yes.
What else do we want to talk about here?
Well, let's bring in Adam here.
Let's get off the weed gum.
I mean, it's all legal. It's all legal.
Adam, what's going on, my friend?
Hello.
Hello.
I don't know if there's a mic. I'll just talk
here.
But I have a very special request from all the cuppies. First off, good morning. But today is a special day. Today is my mother's birthday. So happy birthday to Mama Campos.
Happy birthday.
If everybody can go onto my Facebook post or my Facebook, I made a post for her birthday. If you could go on, say happy birthday to her so she can wake up to all the messages from everybody here in Buffalo, I would really appreciate it. So,
Oh,
thank you so much.
Adam.
What a guy.
I-
Son of the year.
I am the biggest mama's boy you will ever meet. So now you'll know.
It's all about owning
Okay,
it, though,
I love
Adam.
it. I am too. I love my
All
mom.
right, they're already coming in. Happy birthday to Adam's mom. Happy birthday to your mom. Happy birthday, Mama Campos.
Cute.
Love it. Happy birthday
Jeff
to
Baker
you.
is so funny.
What do you say?
He says, give the gummies a chance to work before taking another.
This one didn't work. Okay, so there we go. Everybody say happy birthday to Adam's mama. Super cute.
I'm going to get them for you, Katie. And I would love for you to report back and let us know what you think.
Are we allowed to even do that? I don't know that we are. And you know that I am a rule
Oh,
follower. I'm a rule follower. I'm not going to not follow the rules. I always follow the rules. Are you a rule follower or are you a rule breaker? I am not a rule breaker.
I'm an apologizer later.
We know you are, but I am a rule follower.
Oh, dear. Yes, go to Adam's Facebook page.
Do you know what would happen to? I would.
What? Oh, I got the best night of sleep ever.
No, I'd be the person who'd be like, oh, you know what I got? Hungry. And then I ate a ton of food that I shouldn't have eaten.
No time. Go right to bed. Out for the count.
Have sleep for dinner.
Exactly.
That's what I need to have every now and then.
Oh my gosh. Sometimes you wake up the next morning, you're like, oh, I feel skinny when you don't eat dinner. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Of course you do.
Marguerite, thank you. Marguerite hitting the nail right on the head. Katie was brainwashed in Catholic school to follow the rules. Me too. What does my mom call it? Catholic school girl guilt.
Apologizer later has Nicole crying.
Uh-huh.
So funny.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so let's talk about winter break. So many people are off. So many people have a lot going on this week. There are so many different places that you can check out. They've got deals. They've got, ways to save some cash. 7160 is at the Aquarium of Niagara. You save $7.16 off admission.
And it's so cute there.
The Buffalo Zoo has $5 off admission to the polar bear exhibit.
And it's so cute. They're some of my favorite places. Do you need someone to take your kids around? Bring them to my house. I'll go.
Okay, talking about sleep though, Tim Cox says, turn off all screens, read a book until you can't stay awake anymore. That's what I was doing. Have you been reading a good book?
No, my mom just gave me one though, so I'm going to start a new one.
Okay.
I picked up a couple from the library. I finished one of them. The other one, I don't know. I really wasn't that into. Do you know how you pick up 2 books at the library and you're really into one of them and you're just like, I don't even know if I'm going to touch it. So I just haven't been sitting there. It's not my thing.
Okay.
My mom loves like a World War II historical fiction book.
Cool.
I get kind of upset reading those. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like,
Oh, your
not-
anxiety?
yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, I love a good a real mystery,
Me
like a real
too.
murder mystery.
As well.
So that is the book that I read and got into, and the other one I just wasn't sure about. So she just gave me another one though.
Peter says, I think there's a winery that's doing Teacher Appreciation Day. Where is that, Peter? I think a lot of teachers might like that.
Oh, Peter, that is such a cute idea. Yeah, let us know.
And then I saw somebody says that, Felice. Sorry, I think I'm going to bring our grandson to explore more. They've got stuff going on.
Cute.
Sarah says, does everyone have the Libby app? You get free library ebooks and audiobooks. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I don't use it, but because
Do you have it?
do I have the app? No, I mean I know you could do that. I am just
I like physically
Yeah,
holding the book. I
that's
like turning the pages.
Yeah. I haven't really gotten into audiobooks. I know a lot of people like them. Every now and then I'll do a podcast,
Mhm.
but I've gotten really into this. I like to read. I don't know.
James Patterson, he's my man, my go-to guy.
I know. he's
I'm
your
reading
dude.
this book called, I just read Lion and Lamb. Now I'm reading a book called 12 Months to Live.
Okay, Sarah, really quick. Aaron wants to know more about Libby. If you have to subscribe to use it, what you have to do. Sarah, talk us through Libby.
Ooh, okay. Kathy says, I love Libby, read all the time.
Oh.
And then Peter, your mom loves it. She's a librarian, no
Librarian
less.
loves the Libby app.
Kelly needs to have that book in her hands. Me too.
I like to smell it.
Yeah, I do too. I love walking into the library and the opportunities are endless, right?
I walked into never mind. Remember my library story that I told you about when I went to the library last? There was like a huge fight happening at the place next door. Did I tell you that?
Mm.
Something was going on in like the storefront next door. My library is small. It's like in literally a plaza. And like it was silent in the library because it's
It's
the
library, right? Yeah.
And you could hear through the like wall.
Oh, yes, you did tell me that.
And I was like, oh my God. And everybody in the library was like this. Like, how
What's
weird.
going on in
Yeah.
there? Peter says Augusta Sun Winery. Bring ID. I think it's 10% off bottles and tasting for teachers.
That's so fun.
Love
How
that.
cute.
Okay, Lori wondering, did I get my hair cut? Yes, let me tell you the story here. So I walked into my boss's office on Friday, and he goes, we were talking about a bunch of different things, and he goes, what's with your hair? I'm like, I don't know. I mean, I'm slicking it back. And he goes, I don't like it. Okay.
Oh my God. You know he's watching Second Cup in his office right now, right? And you know he's
rolling
like,
his eyes and shaking his head. Well, like, what do you want me to say? Oh, I'll cut it right now for you,
this
boss.
is what he would do.
Edward. So I'm trying to figure out what to do with it. So he's like, it's too tall. Okay, so I'm trying to like put it down now, trying to put it to the side. Like I'm now just trying to figure out what to do with it.
I think I like today better than last week, honestly.
Yeah,
Do you?
I think so.
I think so too. I think it looks better for work.
Anita says, my boss sounds just like Russ.
Look, Adam's got eyes in the back of his head. Slash the front of his face because he's in the newsroom and can tell us.
Even if
not
he was
watching
watching, I'd say it right to his face. Howard, get a nice crew cut. It looks great. Thank you very much.
You know what, Howard, though? This is the new do. Gotta let him have the new do.
I just wanted something like flowy and kind of a little bit trendy. Like I was bored.
It's fun, it's flowy.
But then Paula says, sorry, it's giving
Pockets.
Kramer vibes.
Kramer.
Okay, fair criticism. I totally get it. Understood. Lauren
Can you
says
do the like the Kramer?
it's still in its training era. Yep.
Oh, Howard says go blonde. There you go.
Kramer vibes. You should have seen what I came in this morning. It looked like I stuck my finger in the socket.
Yeah, he walked in and I looked up and I go, hi.
I know. It just needed a change. I mean, I'll go back to whatever it was. It was like when I was in my weirdo beard
Let's
phase.
shave your head.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah.
It's just not long enough to shave it for like any real purpose other than just to shave it.
No, not for a real purpose, just for funsies.
Funsies. You would get a thrill out of that.
Shave your head. Yeah. That sounds fun to me.
Speaking with bosses about bosses, does yours offer a sabbatical? Does your workplace offer a sabbatical? Would you go on a sabbatical from work for a month if it was offered to you?
This is something that some companies are doing. So here's like their mindset, okay? They'd rather let somebody take a few weeks, take a quote unquote sabbatical, take a long holiday, do whatever, versus have them be like, I got to get out of here. I'm done. Because then they don't have to retrain. So they're like, listen, you need a little break, take it, come back after,
You're
refreshed
refreshed
and ready to go.
Right. So I don't know. I mean, I would totally go on it. I mean, who is it paid or unpaid? I guess is the next question. Typically, when you go on a sabbatical, I don't think it's paid, right? I can't imagine it.
Well, I
is.
think that like if you're working for a college, right? I think it's a little bit different because you come back going on sabbatical. Like usually you come back with like research that you
training.
did research or you did something like that, and it's all part of your work.
Paula, I'm self-employed. My boss is brutal. No time off ever.
Thank
Is that your
you.
husband or you?
That's her, I'm sure.
Anita, no sabbatical in EMS, corrections, or home health care. No sabbaticals here.
Sabbatical, yeah.
We've got some vacation time, but certainly that's about the extent of it.
Yeah.
I do love a good conference though, and I can, get some good training and get some
Mhm.
knowledge from other people.
Mhm. I love a good vacation where you just get a little breathe. Sometimes you just need a little breather.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%.
Get away, refresh, Mhm.
Anto, I take sabbatical, laid off all winter. It's not fun. Okay, well, and that's the other side, right? Okay, so this is my mom, exactly, talking about Katie, my sister's friend, on sabbatical right now. She's climbing Mount Kilimanjaro.
Dang.
Isn't that
Is
crazy?
that what Alex did?
No, he was at, no, what, did he do Mount Kilimanjaro?
It is.
Yeah,
right?
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Right.
is our photographer, Alex, did that last year.
Right now he's
It's
in
not easy.
Portugal.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it was like the training was wild.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the stair stepper for like a couple hours each day, getting used to all this stuff. It's interesting.
Barb says, did you know George Clooney cuts his own hair with that thing called Flowbee?
Mm.
Interesting. I would not do that.
I'll do it for you.
You would.
I cut Paul's hair during the pandemic.
But Paul's hair is so much different.
Not
False
according to
hair is
him.
short.
Had a lot of issues. He has a little bump in the back of his head too. So he was like, please just be careful and don't cut me. I'm like, okay, so I cut his hair and left like the hair growing around it. And he's like, okay, well, that looks crazy. I was like, okay, give me the trimmers.
So funny. Hey, we got to get the show on the road. Thanks for being with us on Monday. Enjoy the day off. We'll see you tomorrow.